In the previous video, we have covered about the LangChain components and models, and the model is one of the component of LangChain. And today we are going to discuss about the chains. And before getting into the chains, we have to know about the runnables. Here, the runnables is nothing but the small unit of work that can be invoked, batch, or transformed or stream, and composed into the larger workflows. And I will explain this briefly with the diagram. Before that, we need to know that Runnable is a heart of the LangChain architecture. Some of the examples of runnables are from prompt template, LLM, tool call, output parser. And to orchestrate multiple runnables together, LangChain introduces chains. It is nothing but the multiple runnables are combined together is called as a chain. And getting into the chain is nothing but a sequence of command that LLM executes. It is a like end-to-end wrapper around the multiple individual components. The components is nothing but the runnables. And getting into the chains, we have the sequential chain. Sequential chain is nothing but the one change input is the output of the another chain. Like I will explain briefly with this. Here the user giving the input and the chain 1's output is the input to the chain 2 and chain 2's output is the input to the chain 4 and here the user input is input of chain to the 3 and the output of chain 3 is the input to the chain 4. It is like the chain 1's output is becoming the input to the chain 2 and the chain 2's output is becoming the input of chain 3. Sorry, chain 4. It is like that we are combining together. It is like one runnable is one, another runnable. These three unrunnables are together called as a chain. It is like that. And getting into this diagram, we will get to know that how the chains are working and what is the chains and what are the runnables. And here the prompt, and we know that prompt template output parsers are the runnables and the LLM also runnables. And we are connecting the chains. And getting into this diagram, we are giving the input to the prompt template and the prompt template chaining with the model and the model chains with the output parser and getting the output, and it is the flow of the workflow. And getting into the prompt template model and the output parser, these are the runnables and these combinations are called as the chains. Here we are combining these runnables and we will get it briefly whenever we go into the code part. Getting into the LangChain Expression Language, it is nothing but a declarative syntax that allows developers to chain multiple runnables in a readable and maintainable format. It is nothing but the language that combines the runnables chains together. And whenever we go to the coding part, we will know it briefly. And getting into the coding part, chains and runnable. Here I am ignoring the warnings and I am connecting the API key and getting into the LLM model. Here the one note is required, like model names and the model comments. Like here this is the model name. These are changes over the time. So whenever if you are watching after the 6 months or 7 months, maybe this model will be deprecated. So once check through the official documentation of each API provider and get to know that whether it is there or not. It is must, and whenever you use the same coding while doing whenever you use this model like command A032025 after 11 months or 12 months or the 1 year, you may get depreciated warning or else error. It because of the it is depreciated or else it changes over the time. So check once in the official documentation and use it. And here we are using the chart for array and with the command EA and getting into the chat prompt templates. Here we are asking the we are giving the message like create a small jingle on adjective in 50 words, and getting it to here we are given the message as a user, like we are giving the role here, and it is the role is the user, and we are asking the giving the prompt is create a small jingle on adjective in 50 words, and getting into the LangChain Expression Language. It is a language we are learned before. Like it is a language which combines the two or more runnables together. Like combines nothing but chains together into a sequence. The output of previous runnable is passed as input to the next runnable. It is done through the pipe operator. Here the pipe operator is nothing but this one. It demonstrates the LCEL, and getting into the here have invoked the objective is like nothing but the Hyderabad biryani, and I got the Hyderabad biryani is a Hyderabad biryani, a flavor so divine, basmati rice and spices, a perfect aligned, tender meat, slow cooked with care, aromatic and rich. Like that, we got the some answer in 50 words, and we got the like search queries, documentation, citations, additional keywords, the keyword arguments. These are the keyword arguments. Some metadata about the response, and what are the input tokens and the output tokens. How many we got? It is about the total tokens. It is about the chain. How we use the chain using pipe operator, and getting into this code. Like we are using the chain with the prompt model and the output parser. Here we use just model and prompt, and this like this sequence is man required. Like if you keep the LLM front end prompt reverse like back, it won't work. We need to follow same sequence, and same follows here. We need to include first prompt, then model, then output parser, and whenever we give the adjective as Hyderabad biryani same, then it gives only the answer. Here we are getting the AI message like with the content, and here we are getting only the content. What is the content exists in the output that is getting you because of the string output parser, extra output parser, and it all the stuff like additional keyword arguments are additional keyword arguments, token count. These are metadata. These are hidden by the output parser when we getting the what is the content required to her, the user. And here we are trained with the only single prompt like create a jingle on like this, and whenever and getting into here we given the sequential chain like getting into the simple sequential chain. Here we learned about the one chain's output will be the input to the next chain. I will explain this with the program. Yeah, it is a code. And getting into the code, I have given the first prompt as like what is the best name to describe a company that makes product, and I'm making the chain one with the LLM chain, and it is deprecated currently. So check once and use it. I am using the older version of LangChain, so it is working. If you use current version or updated version, it won't work. And getting into the chain 2, we are given the prompt as a write a 20-word description of the following company, like company name. We are giving, and the overall simple chain, like I am creating the chain with the chains of list of chain 1 and chain 2 and verbose 2. It gives how the data is getting, how the LLM's output is getting, and I given the product as the iPhone, and here the chain output was the overall chain dot invoke product, and I given the product, and it's taking the, here we will get the, it is the output, it is the output, and it is nothing but the content generated by the LLM. It's like a verbose. If you keep true for the verbose, it gives these all stuff, and the input is the iPhone, whatever I given, and the output is the Apple Inc. iconic global brand. It's like given something about this, and here whenever you given the iPhone as a input to the product one, it takes as a what is the best name to describe a company that makes product. If you give an iPhone, it takes a company name, and company name is applied to here, like Apple, and it's given the description about the Apple. And you can see here the company that makes iPhone is Apple. It's giving the first page is answer, and is the most like something is given. And if you see that something about the chain 2 and making those combination, we will get the final answer it is, and it is a hidden data about the generation of the model. It is not required. When we keep the web processor true, then we will get these whole stuff. If not, you can get only the finished chain thing. After this, we will getting into the, here we are given the adjective as Hyderabad biryani. With the, here we are getting the one single input and single output. To make much like complex, we will give the multiple questions, and we will see the how the LLM generates the output. And I am given the user as a role and giving the prompt as a respond to the following queries. And I given the list of dictionary. Like question is which team won the IPL in 2015, and the second question is who is the Nobel Prize winner, and who was the 12th person on the moon, where is Taj Mahal located. These are the list of dictionary of answers, so the questions with the key as a question and value as a, like question is a keyword as a key as a keyword question, and it is a value as a question whatever we are asking. And the first question is which team won the IPL season in 2015, and the Mumbai Indians won the 2015 IPL season. It is the answer. And the same stuff we get the who is the first Nobel Prize winner. We got the first Nobel Prize winner was awarded in 1901, and the sum of the winners. And who is the 12th person on the moon? Given the Charlie, and the Taj Mahal located in the Agra. It is about answering the multiple questions, and like chain taking the single output and giving the answers. And it is a sample document, and here we are given the document as an object. It is an object we are retrieving from the import statement. And it is a class of storing a piece of text associated to metadata, and document is a class we are calling the object, and it contains the page content and metadata. And we have given the page content is a stock market site significant price today, metadata source from CNN. It is a news channel, and there is a category we are making it is a finance, because they are ask, like it is a content about the stock market, so it is a finance. And it is a newspaper or else channel. And I'm getting into the another page document. That page content as a news pieces of rock was discovered in the Amazon. It is a Nezio is a source, and it is about the science category is about the science. And here we are taken these documents as a sample documents, and you can take either PDF or other extensions of the documents. But together we will got to know about the stuff document chain and use the this type of the document, and no need to worry about this. It's just the raw data I created, not much useful. And getting into the stuff document chain, for this I created this sample document, and this stuff document chain is comments the documents by simply concatenating them into a single context window. It's nothing but the taking the documents and retrieving the answer like the summarization, other translation, the kind of thing, and it exhibits the jobs like question answering, summarizations, and more. And whenever you give the summarized content, and we have the context is nothing but these documents. For the documents, we will give as the context, and we will provide those context at here. And getting into the create stuff document, here we are given the create stuff document is a specialized LangChain function for the document processing. Up to here we getting the answers for the given prompt and given queries, and at here we are getting the answers for the documents for the window like PDFs or those documents. We are getting the answer for that. It will make the summarize the content whatever we given, and here we are in the context as a list document, the list of the documents, and it gives a summarization to those documents. It is today the stock market experienced a notable increase, while environmental news, a previous unknown species of frog was discovered in the rainforest. It's like how much the PDF content is there, it summarizes and gives in the shorter way. It is about the stuff document chain. Hope you understand very well about the chains and runnable concepts. And we have covered about the simple sequential chain, LLM chain, stuff document chain, and the chain without parser and with output parser, and what like LCEL. We covered about this, and the diagram of simple sequence chain, and what are the runnables and chains. And getting into the LangChain components, we have covered about the models or LLMs and covered about the chains. And next video maybe probably on the prompts. We will going to cover the prompts. And hope you understand very well about these concepts up to now. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.